Hello, my beautiful peoples. This is a reading for Gemini from November 30th to December 6th. It'll be an intuitive reading. I'm going to be using my runes, and I'm also going to be pulling an oracle card from the Flower of Life Oracle here. So let's get started. Okay, universe, what does Gemini need to know? What does Gemini need to know? Ooh, this one right here. What did you get? Meditation of 4. I love this card. You know, I did have 4 candles up here, but one of them just didn't want to work. So I was like, well, 3 it is. I mean, 4 is a lovely number here. All right. Okay, universe. What does Gemini need to know? What does Gemini need to know for the week of November 30th, December 6th? Oh, goodness, Gemini. My goodness, look how talkative this is. Just like a Gemini, super chatty. Got a lot going on here. And a lot kind of went off screen too. But they're so far from it, it's not that great. Let's go ahead and pull these out. Now, I like to read the ones that are face up. The ones that are face down are usually hidden influences, not hidden from you, just things that maybe are of non-importance or areas that you're not looking at. I usually only look at the ones that are flipped face down if there's needed areas of improvement. But for you, Gemini, you're so talkative here that I don't think I need to do that. So let's get right into it. Overall outcome, I'm just going to get to it. Dagaz is like the best rune to get in like the whole set when it comes to material and internal happiness here. This is definitely happiness and prosperity. Major changes will soon occur towards the end of the week here for you. This is going to be a new era. So you may have a breakthrough followed by a period of frustration from some hidden info like, oh God, why didn't I know that? Like maybe there was a job opening and you missed it because you didn't know what time it was, or you got information on where somebody stood or what had happened and you're like, oh my goodness, why didn't I know that earlier? And that can bring some frustration, but it's going to bring a lot of movement in its wake that is definitely going to bring those major changes for you. This is going to be enlightenment, allows for a planning of a sensible future. So if you were waiting on information and you didn't know it, that's what it is. This is going to be about play, and you're going to realize that life isn't all about hard work. You know, we get in the whole statement of I have to work hard to get something out of it. You know, I have to put in blood, sweat, and tears to see a result, and that's not always true. If you believe that to be true, then that's exactly what's going to be for you. If you believe that life isn't all hard work, then it's not going to be all hard work. You know, you are creators of your reality and you manifest. Now, in your current situation here, definitely for the men out there, you're going to get that courage back. You're going to get that enthusiasm back. You're going to get that motivation. It could be a new job. It could be realizing what no longer serves you and finally stepping over that and letting it go here. Give me one moment. Let me read it right here. Okay, yeah. Things are going to speed up for the better right here. Any large concepts you've had. So I'm feeling this is going to be a job offer. This is going to be something that you can really invest yourself into and sink yourself into. It could be like planning a getaway or, you know, getting ready for the holidays maybe. But definitely if it's looking for a career, what's been stopping you is going to be like, oh, well, and then you can move on. Now, in the past here, you have a relationship upset, Gemini, that you're bringing some of this energy in with you. This is like broken promises. This is where you thought you were building and it turned out that it wasn't because maybe the other person was not as building minded as you were, and this is in the past, but this is really an energy that maybe you need to like face. We don't want to think of our exes. We don't want to think about them because we think that bringing their name up or their memory up like benefits them in some way, but it doesn't. It does not. Don't be afraid to look back at that and be like, okay, well, I can let that back now. So if you're working on any type of internal things, this little relationship issue that, it's not really little, but it has been minimized, kind of like a task in the background. So if you're looking at maybe why you're feeling instability and insecurity, it could come from this with this person. Okay, we all have that, but you're bringing this energy in, and this would be the destabilizing energy, is not feeling good enough, or like it didn't work out, so that fear of it not working out. Okay, it's stemming from this situation. If you just look at that, realize that, say, oh well, that is that, I'm not bringing that with me, and then let it be. Okay, and that's not you anymore. That's not what you want anymore. That's not what you learned from the situation, so you're not carrying that with you anymore. Now, a past situation that has some relevance for you is radio here. This is radio, but it's in reverse. Definitely, it was disruptions of plans. Maybe finances didn't go as planned. Again, that it didn't work out. This had to do with perhaps you bought a computer thinking that you would do this, but really you didn't end up doing that. You paid $700 for a computer you're not going to use that much. This was only temporary, okay, because now you're moving into this new energy here. This energy of the now, that travel to a new location is quite possible. Okay, this courage is moving back into the picture here. Exciting new adventures. Definitely partnership, forming a team, treat partners with deserved respect. This is all about increase in personal status of yourself and those around you. Okay, so if you're going into a career that has a lot of teamwork, or if you're in a creative venture with the teamwork. So this is what's giving you the confidence to move forward here, is the people that you are working with to build again. Because here in the past, of course, that was that building together that failed. The building together again is what's coming into the picture. So don't let the fears of what had been play and control the situation now. Just be conscious of it. Be conscious that that exists in your reality, but that's not something you're going to act on. It's okay to know that that exists. You don't have to be ignorant to it. That's your choice if you do, but what works for you. Coming up immediately, this is Feiyu, but Feiyu is in reverse. There may be some loss of material, something you have to give up, but it's going to be made up in time. Like if you were like moving apartments or something, or you may have to leave your couch or your entertainment center. These are material possessions that can definitely be replaced. If you had, that's one of the best examples, but there could be some loss of material gain, but it's only temporary. This is only temporary. Everything's going to be made up in time. It's not going to be a big loss for you. It's not going to impede you in any way. You're just going to have to let go of some material possessions that maybe you can't transition into this next step of what this is. So this could be, clearing house. This could be like really getting things together, pulling out the winter clothes, putting away the summer clothes. It could be, a vase breaks or something like that, something that had value. So this is just going to be a loss of some material, but only in the aspect of it definitely will be replaced. It's not going to be of a much importance of value to you, you know? It's definitely going to get better for you. With that, we have Kanas and Lagas. Kanas is reversed on that situation, so let's see. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely feeling like if you are having a breakup or something like that. But if it's relationship breakup, you know, that's going to be like moving and not being able to take everything, giving up stuff and all that if you're going through a breakup. But if you're not, and this is another movement, this is going to be you separating yourself from the situation, you know. It could be just dealing with a family member, or maybe a loss of a friendship, you know, or maybe somebody's just not hanging with you anymore. That is one of these energies that you're going to be stepping into more towards the end of the week. But that is also probably what you needed to let go here, you know, whether it's a friend or a coworker, or this feels like a really strong personal attachment for you. You're having the confidence to move forward and making these moves, and there's somebody here that's a naysayer that is saying no, 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 no. And it's best to just kind of separate, you know, from what this naysaying is. And if that's not an actual person for you here, then it's just a situation that you are just removing yourself from, and material can't really come along with it if it's too bulky, you know. If this is an internal thing, this is definitely going through a lot of connections with people and seeing their purpose in your life, a lot of introspection. But coming up with your happiness here, you also have, give me one second, Lagus, deep spiritual love here. Okay, so you have this separating from these other people, but moving in with this other inner journeys and finding a safe haven within yourself, fortune and success. Anything worth having is worth waiting for. Good fortune is going to flow, and your turn for decision making will come here. So whatever this situation that you have to release yourself from, then make that step, you know. It doesn't have to be a huge dramatic life change. It could just be the way that you see somebody, you know. Like I can't let you do that anymore, or go with you on this anymore. This is going to be a separation from this person, but overall, this has to be done for you to actually reach your happiness, because you are on a path and this person is not. Whether they're friends or coworkers or a boss or whatever this close person is that you kind of value their input a little bit. This is that separation here. But it's moving into your happiness, okay? And influence. It may not move as fast as you want, is all the hidden influence says. We're all still kind of stuck in this slow quagmire, you know, that we're all trying to move through. This is with every sign. And overall, what the higher self has to say on this is EWAS. This is a new situation. Events speed up. Keep up adaptability and readiness to make those decisions when you need to make those decisions, okay? Act boldly. That goes along with this here, and going and achieving your happiness. Whoever this naysayer is, whether it's you internally or what you're carrying from this past energy telling you to shift, you're just going to set that aside. This is going to be a very progressive week for you internally and your personal choices. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read the oracle card. We have the meditation of 4. Sit quietly and close your eyes. Breathe in for a count of 4. Breathe out for a count of 4. And pause for a count of 4. Repeat 4 times. Then open your eyes. Do this 4 times a day, and within 4 days, you will start to feel lighter. The vibration of 4 invokes a feeling of retreat, order, balance. Just like a square, all that is built upon it is evenly distributed. 4 inspires you to clean up your foundations, your beliefs, and your fears, not by getting rid of them, but creating something new. Focus upon what feels good, and all your negative vibrations fall away from lack of attention, and your highest path magically reveals itself. Beautiful. Okay, Gemini, that's what I have for you. If you liked my reading or if it inspires you, go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, and follow buttons, and I will see you again next week. Bye, Gemini.